Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. My name's Stephanie and today I'm going to be swatching everything that I bought from Polish Pickup and Hella Handmade Creations in 2025. PPU and HHC are these monthly pre-order sites. I'm sure you're familiar with them, and I also do these window shopping videos every month for both of them. Usually I am pretty successful with window shopping, but obviously, I am still going to be tempted and add a couple of polishes to my cart each month, but I feel pretty good about how my year-end haul looks. So I will talk a little bit more at the end. For now, let me just show you my haul. I'm going to be starting with my base coat from Vibrant Scents, which is what I picked up in January for the Masquerade Ball theme. This is scented in Dark Royalty, which has scent notes of plum blossom, blackberry, and dark red raspberries on a base of warm vanilla. I absolutely love this scent. I also think the base coat is really nice too. Not that I really need a ridge filling base, but it just provided a really smooth kind of surface. I didn't love the brush, so I am going to swap that out, but I definitely think this is something I would repurchase. And the only actual polish that I bought in January was KB Shimmer's Breathe Just Breathe, which is this super magical multi-chrome. It kind of has this darker charcoal base, but the multi-chrome shimmer sort of has these colors that shift between yellow, green, and a brighter teal in more extreme lighting, which you'll see in a minute. I know I'm pretty famous for saying I'm not the biggest fan of multi-chromes, but I really love this one. I just knew it was going to be one of those shades that I would love to wear during the winter. It just has that really cold, dark winter feel to me, but just in a very beautiful way. I mean, you probably remember me sharing this not too long ago in my winter favorites for this season. Then in February, the theme was Fables and Folklore, and I only picked up one nail polish, and that's BCB's Aesop's Fables. So this is my first time trying BCB, and I was really impressed with the coverage and the formula. As you can see, it's more of a crelly kind of base where it's very full and even coverage on the first coat alone, but it's practically fully opaque in just 2 coats. Like maybe there's a hint of nail line, but I just don't think it's enough to warrant a third. And yeah, I picked this up to mainly replace a bee's knees polish. I think it was called Little Star, which was pretty much the same exact color, just a lot more sheer. And while I do love the base color in this, I unfortunately still don't think I like the pink shimmer. It's just a weird color combination thing that sort of clashes for me. I also picked up KB Shimmer's Sugar Scrub in Spring Blooms, which is scented like wild lavender, sweet apple, lemon leaf with sandalwood and amber undertones. I absolutely loved this one. Like if I could just rank the sugar scrubs, I would give this an S tier absolutely all day, every day. I believe this did come back for a rewind or maybe Black Friday, and I had initially missed out on it, but somebody let me know that there was still one left on What's Up Beauty, and I was able to grab it. So if you are that person, thank you. I owe you my life. And lastly, in February, I made my first Hella Handmade purchase with Sassy Sauce's A Decade of Decadence, because I believe this month was when they were celebrating 10 years of Hella Handmade, which is just so crazy. And yeah, I just really love this magnetic. It has a black sort of jelly base with this dark cobalt blue iridescent microflaky or a large particle shimmer in the background. And the magnetic pigment is this really bright red kind of color that also shifts to orange and gold in extreme lighting. It is super high contrast. There's something about the magnetic shimmer against the cobalt or indigo sort of shimmer in the background that is just so striking. Also a really nice formula, just on par with other Sassy Sauce magnetics. And yeah, no surprise, I was swooning over this one in the Velvet Effect. It was basically the whole reason I grabbed it. I actually skipped March, so my next haul wasn't until April for the Celebrations theme, which I believe was to celebrate Polish Pickup's 10-year anniversary. And the first polish I have here is Cuticula's Fairy Core. You've already seen this before, I'm sure, whether on my channel or other social media, or chances are you also have this one. It is a magical lavender sheer sort of base with a super strong and glowy green to cyan blue shifting shimmer. Truly looks like fairy wings. I am obsessed with this. I mean, I already did a whole video on my favorite fairy core polishes a couple of years ago, I think, at this point, and this easily fits in the lineup. It is just so perfect. This also had a super lovely formula, very smooth and fluid, and it built up beautifully in 3 coats. There might be a hint of nail line, but it's super obscured from all the shimmer. And the other polish that I grabbed this month was Cracked Polish's Home by 9, which I am still so obsessed with the name. It is so relatable, but obviously also love this polish. It's a very soft cotton candy pink sort of crelly leaning base that also has a blue iridescent flaky in the background, as well as some pink micro flakies. There's also pink reflective glitter in here, so it is just so sparkly and dainty. I just love everything about this. This was actually kind of similar to a previous polish that had come out a few months prior from Cracked called Cutie Patootie, but I like this one more, so I decided to get it as a sort of replacement for that shade. I actually picked up another Cracked in April, this time from Hella Handmade. This one is called Merk Merk, and this immediately made my jaw drop. I know it might not look super impressive on the first go because it is just super sheer, but it has such a strong green shimmer that just is so magical. It really has those enchanted fairy forest kind of vibes. Again, another polish that I would add to my fairy core lineup, even though it might not look traditionally fairy. I feel like it's more of like the setting, you know, and I love it. It is so ethereal and ghostly and just so glowy. This also had a very smooth, fluid, almost silky kind of formula too, so it was just so easy to apply. I think it looks pretty nice in 2 coats, but I definitely do prefer this in 3 just to build up the intensity of the glow. I only picked up 1 polish in May for the theme Tropical Forest, and that is Lurid's On the Prowl. I was so smitten with this one as soon as I saw the swatches. You already know how I feel about super intense golden kind of shimmers in these dark red or berry or pink leaning bases. I'm pretty sure I said it in my initial window shopping video that this reminds me of like the fall or winter version of Kathleen & Co.'s Follow Your Dreams. And you already know how I feel about that polish, so naturally I also had to get this. I also picked up KB Shimmer's Sugar Scrub in the scent Cool Coconut, which was scented like coconut milk with hints of vanilla. I actually really like this one. I remember being a little bit nervous because sometimes coconut can be very overpowering, but because this is coconut milk softened by the vanilla, I actually really liked it. So I wouldn't call it a top favorite, but definitely one that I would rebuy. I would probably rank this an A. The theme for June was vacation destinations, and I only picked up 1 polish, but that was all I needed. This is Psyche Minerals Whispering Waves, and I am so excited because this was my first time trying Psyche Minerals. I have been eyeing their reflective glitters from Polish Pickup specifically for so many months now. They truly are so beautiful. I love the colors, but I already have a lot of reflective glitters, but I didn't have a baby pink one like this, especially filled with these blue iridescent kind of flakies. It just looks so incredibly magical. Again, kind of giving a fairy sort of vibe, so you know, it's just my taste. But yeah, I absolutely love this one, and I'm so happy to finally have a Psyche in my collection. I also picked up KB Shimmer's Scrub this month, which was scented in Sugared Papaya Hibiscus. This had scent notes of juicy melon, sugared papaya, lychee juice, coconut, lemon, and pineapple, and this was nice. It wasn't my top favorite by any means. I would definitely put it in maybe the B tier at least because I would only rebuy it, but if other summer scents weren't available. Then from Hella Handmade, I picked up 2 polishes. polishes. This first one here is Witch Gold's Totally Fresh, which was inspired by the character Mint from Animal Crossing. She's not even on my island or anything, but I still love the inspiration, and I thought the polish itself was really cute. I was definitely mostly tempted by the minty color and also how opaque it was. I pretty much knew it was going to be a full coverage Crelly, though as I'm sure you probably could tell from the bottle shot at least, there is a pinkish shimmer in here, but it is super subtle. So while I love the base color, I don't know if I love the polish. And the other polish I picked up was Linby Designs Imagine Pleasant Nonsense, which is magnetic. And I actually already destashed this one. This is older swatch footage that I was planning to post as a reel, but I don't think I ever did. Don't get me wrong, this is a stunning shade. Amazing formula. I love how it looks. You know, the velvet effect is so strong and plush, just like I normally like it. But the main reason that I was a little disappointed by, which you'll see in a second, is that it was a little too close to a shade that I already have, which is Island Pea's 0 Degrees. If I remember correctly, during my window shopping, I did think it might be close to that, but I felt like a lot of the swatch photos made it look a little more gray, where I thought it was going to be closer to Aspen, which you can see now on my pinky. So I was expecting it to be a bit more muted, and it kind of is in comparison to 0 Degrees, but I still think it's a little too close. I actually skipped polish pickups July rewind month, which I know might sound crazy, but I just didn't need anything. So from Hella Handmade, I only picked up one polish, and it's Sassy Pants Cactus Bloom. This is my first time trying Sassy Pants, and I definitely was really impressed with the formula. I obviously was super tempted to get this for the gorgeous color. I feel like I have been wanting a bright, almost green apple sort of shade with a strong golden shimmer for so long, and I just really love how this looks. I don't love that it's slightly metallic-y, but it's still gorgeous. August theme for polish pickup was time travel, and I only picked up one shade, which was Pie Colors Lost to Eternity. This is a stunning aqua blue jelly base that's contrasted with a really vibrant orange fiery kind of shimmer. Oh, you already know I love these fiery shimmers so much, and especially paired with the base color, it is just so incredible. Also my first time trying Pie Colors, and I really like the formula. It was very smooth and fluid, easy to apply, just very sheer, so you know, even on 3 coats you can still see a good amount of visible nail line. I personally don't mind it too much. I'm definitely very forgiving because of the color, but yeah, maybe I could try layering this over a blurring base or just another light aqua blue. Every September, Polish Pickup has a Halloween theme, so this time it was called PPUWeen, and I picked up one polish, which was Tyler's Trinkets Ghost Need Candy 2. It is the cutest, ghostly, white, milky jelly that has a really adorable pastel sort of glitter mix. Like, the purple is more of a lavender shade, the green is a little bit more lime green. I guess the orange is pretty traditional, but I don't know, it's just so cute. I love the shade so much. I mean, I know so many of you guys love it because you also picked it up. I'm pretty sure this is gonna come back for rewind. I did also grab KB Shimmer Scrub this month, which was Apple Honey Cider, and it has scent notes of honey, vanilla bean, crisp apple, cinnamon stick, and clove for a little bit of spice. I normally am a fan of apple cider, so I thought I would be safe, but unfortunately I didn't really like this one. I just kind of learned that when it comes to apple cider, I much prefer drinking it than smelling it in the bathroom. And for September's Hella Handmade, I picked up one polish, which was Arcana's Chillin' With My Chaos. This was my first time trying Arcana, and I was really impressed with the formula. It is so smooth, a dream to apply, very even coverage, loved the paddle brush. It just was really nice all around, and obviously love the color. This one I actually picked up to replace another Bee's Knees shade called Little Star, which is just, you know, a bit too sheer for my personal taste now. The Bee's Knees definitely has a much more glowy shimmer, but I don't mind the trade-off for a little bit more of a buildable base. October's polish pickup theme was Optical Illusions, and I only picked up one polish despite it being my birthday month. I feel like I don't usually treat myself or anything, but either way, I treated myself with this one, and it is Cracked Polish's Refraction. You know, I love a ghostly white iridescent shimmer. There is something about it that is just so incredibly magical. I love the name of it too. It is just chef's kiss. You probably also remember me sharing this in my winter favorites this season. I wore it as a part of a Skittle Mani that I shared on Instagram not too long ago. It is just absolute magic. In November, I only picked up two polishes from Handmade. So the first one here is Cleona's Anglerfish, which is a dark, almost black jelly base that has these teal, blue, green, iridescent kind of flakies. You might remember from my window shopping video, I mentioned that once I saw the swatches of this, and especially seeing that it was called Anglerfish, it immediately reminded me of this video game called Soma, which is one of my favorites. I love the story, and it's one that I still think about every now and then, even though the game is now almost 11 years old. So definitely super excited to add this one to my collection. It is just so special. And the last polish that I grabbed in 2025 was Sassy Sauce's Firestarter, which is another magnetic. I honestly was a little on the fence about this one because I thought it was going to look a little too close to A Decade of Decadence from earlier in the year. It does have a similar almost black base and that fiery magnetic shimmer that I'm a sucker for, but the main difference is that this one has more of a purple iridescent microflake or a large particle shimmer in the background, with some flashes to pink and just, I don't know, a little bit extra sparkle, I guess. So there definitely is a similarity there, and I guess if I really had to choose between them, I would go with this. I just like the color combination a little bit more, but I really do love that high contrast of A Decade of Decadence, so maybe it's excessive to have both, but I love them. I did buy one more thing in December's polish pickup, which the theme was Maker's Choice, and I finally picked up Polish for Days Dewdrops in the scent Sugared Plums. I know I don't really need any more cuticle oil. I still have a lot to go through, but the scent just really drew me in, and I was so curious to finally try them out myself. I think the packaging is also super cute too, and the application, as you saw, is a little bit more of this lip gloss kind of container with a soft doe foot wand or whatever it's called. And yeah, the oil is really nice. A little bit goes a long way where you do not need to dip back into the bottle, and I really loved how this oil felt. I think it was just so luxurious. Like, it's silky, it absorbs nicely on the nails, feels very hydrating on the skin. The ingredients are pretty much what you expect, with jojoba oil being the main ingredient, but it also has Moroccan oil and also marula oil, which I'm pretty sure is the same oil in Mooncat's nail elixir, which is one of my favorites, but this is a few dollars cheaper, which is so appreciated. Unfortunately, I didn't really love the scent. I feel like it almost has this baby powder kind of scent there, and it's not bad, just not what I was expecting. So I wouldn't repurchase this scent, but definitely would repurchase the oil, just not anytime soon. And here is a collage of all the polishes that I bought, I guess with the exception of the Linby, since I already destashed that one. But yeah, very clearly was feeling a lot of these minty, seafoam sort of green shades this past year. And I already have another green on the way since I picked up the Lurid shade from January's polish pickup. But I think once I get that in, I might end up swapping out the Witchkull and BCB shades for it. So that wraps up everything that I bought from Polish Pickup and Handmade in 2025. Well, almost everything. There are a couple of sugar scrubs from KB Shimmer that I did also buy that are technically PPU scents, but they're just not from the PPU shop. Like in July during Rewind, KB Shimmer usually brings back a lot of their PPU scrubs, but I only picked up two that month. I picked up the Apricot Freesia and Farmer's Market scrubs. I haven't opened either of those, and I actually gifted the Apricot Freesia, so I don't even have that one anymore. And then in November, I actually ordered some more scrubs for their Black Friday sale. And again, most of these I'm pretty sure were from PPU with a couple of exceptions. So from their PPU scents, I picked up Amber and Oak Moss, Blueberry Muffin, and Just Chillin'. I actually bought 3 of the Just Chillin' ones because I feel like the scent notes reminded me a lot of the Rainbow Snow Cone scent, which was one of my top favorites that you guys all bought before I could get it back up. So I know I went a little crazy there, but it was also to like get free shipping and whatnot. But yeah, I haven't opened any of those. The ones that I have tried though before were Amber Oak Moss and Blueberry Muffin. Obviously, since I've tried those before, I really love them, so I decided to buy some more. Technically, I did also pick up Breezy Juniper, which was a PPU scent, but I did also gift that for Christmas. And the other scents that I bought, which were I think just more like staple KB Shimmer scrubs, were Christmas Cocktails, which I think came out with their most recent winter collection, along with Pink Sugar and Raspberry Vanilla. So from these, I've already opened up and went through Raspberry Vanilla and Christmas Cocktails. I really like both. Obviously the Raspberry Vanilla one, there's no FOMO since it's just in their shop. The Christmas Cocktails one, I really do like, where I think come next year or later this year in November, if it's still around in their shop, I would consider getting that one again during their Black Friday sale. It's just like a really sweet, light, fruity kind of scent, but still feels nice for winter. But yeah, I'm very excited to try out the Just Chillin' scent to see if it's good enough to sort of take place of the Rainbow Snow Cone one. But yeah, let me know what you think of everything that I bought. Let me know if we have any favorites in common or if you picked up entirely different shades. Obviously, between the two shops, there is so much variety. So I know too, I also just gravitate towards a lot of the same colors, especially like the pinks and minty greens. I feel like we even saw a lot of that in my top 25 polishes of 2025. And even though I did already mention that I destashed some of the polishes or that I'm planning to, I'm still not beating myself up over it. Like, I'm happy that I at least got to try them out myself, see how I like them. If anything, I'm actually pretty proud of how small my haul is, considering like the previous years, it would be at least like 10 more. So it makes me curious to see how this year is gonna go. I don't have any goals like as far as doing a low or no buy, just because I personally find them a little too restrictive for me. But kudos to everybody out there who is attempting one for this year. I hope that you are super successful in that. Hopefully my videos are still helpful when it comes to like, the comparison portions or just general inspiration when it comes to shopping your own stash. So definitely let me know what your goals are for this year, if you have any, or if you're just going to continue to window shop with me, buy whatever you want. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below so we can chat about it. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!